Hi folks, welcome to the Bitcoin pricing model analysis for Brave New Coin. I'm your host Carl, lead trader and portfolio manager at Techemy Capital. Quick disclaimer, this video does not constitute financial advice and is intended for educational purpose only. Well guys, I know it's been a while. I've been unfortunately super busy in August, and so I didn't publish some updates, and really Bitcoin didn't give me that nudge to put an update. It has done nothing that we didn't expect it to since the last video. It's been ranging since literally July, like we called, and I called, above 17,000 or below or well within 27Ks. It's been relatively surprisingly very weak compared to equities, namely Dow Jones and SP 500, which had a super strong rebound or bear market rallies. And then we saw recently they had a strong rejection from their resistances. Anyways, in this video, we'll overview the Bitcoin pricing models, but before doing so, I wanted to make an announcement on our related to our old Bitcoin Ethereum Enzyme hedge fund, which is seen here. We are switching from it to the Polygon wallet. So make sure you switch. If you're right now on the old wallet, make sure you switch and you send your funds ASAP to the new Polygon wallet. Or if you're new and you like my trading style and philosophy, and I've been roughly, it's going to be 10 years pretty soon, which I've been trading crypto. So since 2013, give and take. So if you like my trading philosophy and style, make sure you you check out our hedge fund. So this is a new hedge fund. I'll put a link to it in the video, this video, in the description below in this video, and yeah, check it out. All right, cool. So remember, guys, what we discussed in the past 3 months, nothing really has changed yet. We talked at that time in previous videos about two potential bottom scenarios. So far, Bitcoin has not invalidated any of them. If you selected the scenario where macros don't matter and that this is potentially the final bottom, you know, as seen in those pricing models, then so far if you've been laddering in very slowly, I mean, you haven't been proven wrong. So that's a good area level here to DCA into. Now, if you believe like me that the macros matter, it's you know, there's a lot of issues worldwide, the energy crisis, to name one, but there's so many that we talked about before. If those matter, then you're probably thinking like me that still there might be another leg down, an unprecedented leg down, since those events we've never encountered those before. But let's see what happens, right? It's still, both scenarios are still well valid. So let's dive into the pricing models, and sometime this week I'll release a Bitcoin market update with my latest monthly, weekly, and daily charts. All right, so let's look at the 200 weekly moving average. So far, we're hovering around the 200 weekly MA, which is roughly at $23,000. We are seeing some relative weakness, to be honest, compared to previous bottoms on Bitcoin back in 2019 and 14-15. That said, we haven't seen a big move yet, so we can't make a call here, but it looks relatively well within where it should be. Now everybody's wondering what happens. Well, we are gonna have to wait and see. I told you guys, we're not gonna make a move on Bitcoin or Ethereum until comes August into September. So I expect if we're gonna go down and this fails to hold as a bottom, I expect the next move to start happening in September. But heading into tax harvesting season, which is close to October, November, December, which is when I believe still we'll see the final bottom. Now, this is still accurate pricing model. There's nothing here to see. If you're DCing in, great. Let's move on to the next model, which is a Bitcoin Investor Tool 2-year MA multiplier. Bottoms here are defined in green, like we've seen in 2015, 2019, and currently we are in the green area, which is a good area to accumulate. Now again, nothing really to call out here. It looks like it's a little similar to 2018, 2019 bottom. Maybe we can potentially do a double bottom. It's too early to tell in my opinion. I would say we'll know closer to October, November, or December. So we'll see. If this holds, great. then this is potentially a bottom, and we are in the range for that. But we still have 3 months roughly to confirm that. So we'll see if this holds up or make another leg down. But so far this looks good. It's a good area to DCA in. Let's look at the Bitcoin Rainbow price chart indicator. Nothing really has happened here. We're still we're back into the fire sale region. So if you want to buy or DCA in, that's the area to do so. I know this one is still valid. Some other websites have a rainbow chart that is invalidated, so keep that in mind. The hold waves so far, let's have a look here. Back in 2018, when we got closer to the bottom, people start accumulating and holding through, then they give up, it looks like, following a rejection. Everybody got scared, so we see it drop on the last 4 to 5 holders here, range of holders. Back in 2014, people start buying at $300. Then they capitulated after we did another 50% drop, and then everybody capitulated there at $200. So far I don't see here the same thing. Maybe for the last, for the 1 week to 1 month, but really there's the 3 to 6 month is not showing that this could be a bottom. It's 50-50 here, really. This might not even fire up. I don't know. This looks like half. It could be another leg down. It's not very clear from this indicator what could happen. Yeah, unless if there's another leg down, then yeah, maybe the 1 to 3 month or 3 to 6 month will drop and capitulate. Those have not capitulated yet, in my opinion. So let's see what happens. We'll revisit this in a month or a few weeks from now. The 1 year hold wave, we are in, well, let's see. The previous bottoms we had, this is the green area. We had a little sell-off here on the 1 year holders at that time, which marked the bottom. That was in 2018, and then we had a little one. It's not really effective here, this indicator. 2015, we had a little blip and slowdown of the holders for 1 year old holders, which marked the bottom. Here we had one which I covered a while back, roughly when we dropped to 17, 18K. So could this be the bottom? Certainly. Is it confirmed? Not yet. So yeah, it looks steady so far. Yeah, so if you believe this is the bottom, that could be potentially it, if you exclude the bad macros. Pi cycle top indicator, also great to use for bottoms. In this case, I'm just going to comment on the bottoms just to keep the conversation short and simple. If you look at the previous bottoms here, we kept in sideways back in 2018-19 until we touched the the orange 111 daily MA. That said, and same thing for in 2015. We touched it, we chopped that, reaccumulated around that, and then we went up. Currently, we came very short from hitting that moving average in orange here, but it was roughly at 20. What was that? 26, 27 Ks, but we never went that far, but it was very close. So now the question is, if we hold those levels, does it look like a bottom? Certainly yes. If we look at the previous bottoms, this looks like potentially could be forming a bottom. Now, is it it? I don't know. It looks like it. It could be, so keep that in mind. If history repeats itself, this is what this pricing model is stating, that we could be potentially bottoming. So this is my neutral view. Again, we don't know if there'll be a next leg down. That's everybody's guess. It's my guess that there might be one. I could be wrong. So let's see what happens. But if we go back up from here and go touch that orange line, and I could be, I don't mind calling out that I could be potentially wrong, because if we go back up to 23, 24K and touch it, previous historical moves like this have marked that this was a bottom. So let's see if Bitcoin can hold this level here. That would be amazing. Fear and Greed Index, well, you guys know what I think about this model. It's been, people have been using this, influencers all the way down up to till here. Nobody using it right now because it's kind of embarrassing. They've been using the indicator all the way down for the past 9 months, right? And it's been an oversold area here at 40K, 34, 32Ks, and then people called the bottom each time, 29K or 25Ks, and then here, that was my call. This could be the bottom, so it's a great area to DC in. This is starting to look like a double bottom, like in 2018, 2019. Well, back then it was an Adam and Eve, but this could be a bullish reversal forming. That said, it could be another 2 to 3 months to form this. So I personally, I mean, if you bought, great. Don't buy too like big time in, but if you're buying in like 25-30%, up to you. It's worth waiting and not taking the risk, in my opinion. There's no rush, really. What if there's another leg down? You never know. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's have a look at the funding rates. So far, this indicator has still been showing no capitulation, like I reviewed in the past videos. Those red bars here are very minimal. If I look at June 2021, we had a bottom here. We saw like some huge wicks down on it, on this indicator. I don't still see that currently going into September. So it's pretty crappy. It tells me potentially, this might not be the bottom. So it's not really aligning with other pricing models. So we should use some caution there. And you see here back in the COVID crash, we went very well into very deep here and signaled capitulation. So we should be trying to look for some wick or some capitulation in the minus 0.02 range in this in the funding rates, but still not seeing that across all exchanges. Let's move on here. The SOPR, or spend output profit ratio. So this indicator looks at the investors selling for a loss and profit. I still don't see any capitulation here. There's been many people are trading a little below their they're trading at loss. That said, I don't see like previous bottom, like COVID crash. I don't see like in 2018 a huge wick down, or 2014-15 bottom. I don't see a wick down towards like 0.99 or 0.94 area. So I still don't think we bottomed. It doesn't show that we've capitulated. This is what this indicator is saying, guys. All right, Puel multiple. This method looks at the Bitcoin miners, how much revenue they are making now versus the last 12 months. We are seeing that we are well within the green miner capitulation area. So when we hit 17K, I said, if you guys want to buy, that's the area to buy, right? And we were well within that area. Now, previous bottoms, we wicked into it deep, like we just did recently back in July, and we spiked back up, and this is what happened here currently, similar to previous bottoms. Now, we don't know, like it looks like it's going back in, but it did do that as well in previous bottoms, so it's hard to really call out anything beside that. This indicator is saying that we have potentially bottomed, just like we did in previous bear market on Bitcoin, bear markets on Bitcoin in the past 10 years. Yeah, so let's see what happens. It could be a few more months. If you don't want to rush in, we still have a while, I would say, of some accumulation. Or if this is accumulation, well, we still have some time here. If it's distribution, then we'll see another leg down, and this could wick for maybe similar to 2012, right? 2011, nobody knows. It could wick again down, maybe a little deeper, and then maybe take us down to 12 to 9K, which is my initial call, or what I'm rooting for, right? If the macros matter. So far it looks good. Good area to that shows that miners are capitulating. If you want to buy here in DCN, please go for it. It's on you. Finally, Bitcoin hash rate. Yeah, like we overviewed a while back, I said during this drop here, it looks like we've capitulated the hash rate wick down, similar to previous bottoms, like in 2021, June 2021, similar also to the COVID crash in 2018, 2019 Bitcoin bottom. So it looks like we sparked up pretty hard. Now, question is, if this is the bottom, well, this indicator says yes. Again, excluding bad macros, this looks like it could be the potential bottom. Could this be different? Nobody knows. I'm trying to think it could be. I think it could be. So I'm going to wait a couple more months, like the original plan is, and I'm sticking to it. And then we'll see where we're at in closer to October, November, or December. Cool. All right, guys, and that's it. So make sure you check our new Polygon hedge fund page. It's in the description below in this video. Also, make sure you subscribe to this video if you haven't. What are you waiting for? And we have a great channel here with a lot of videos that we release about crypto. So keep checking out those videos, this channel. Check out also in the description below, there's my channel, YouTube channel as well, my Twitter. So make sure you follow me, and take care and happy trading, guys.